All right, let's do this. What's going on, everybody? Vega here from Serpent X Special Forces, and yeah, Ethereum London Hardfork has been initiated, and I just want to see how things are panning out. What's going on? I know a few of the people in the space: Red Panda Mining, Chump Change Tech Shinji, Seb, Voscoin, and I'm sure a few others. I mean. Bizboy's on right now too, actually. But I just want to see how things are going from the mining perspective. You know, from the market perspective, I'm sure everybody's really happy. Why is it not in dark mode? Hang on, let me sign in real quick. It should be in dark mode. So that means I am not signed in. Let me go back. I like everything dark. No, it's signed in. Okay. Whatever. So anyways, Ethereum's pumping right now, and I think it's more of a, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news type situation more than anything. Let me see how the stream quality is doing. I mean, it's holding good on my end, but I'm not sure how it is coming over on your end. If anybody's in the live chat, please say something. Let me know you're here. I'm just going to chill and chat because I am actually working right now. Sorry, Shinji just said something in Discord that just took my attention away. Yeah, so anyways, Ethereum's doing pretty good, and I believe it's, you know, it started pumping realistically. If we look at, we're on the 4 hour right now, we look at July 20th, and it was, you know, kind of leading up to this hard fork that has implemented a few, not just EIP-1559, it's implemented a few things into this fork, which should be beneficial for Ethereum, and in the long run should pan out for ETH 2.0. But before all this, I would like to say there was a lot of news articles that were out there not spreading FUD, but more or less spreading misinformation that we tried to nix at the beginning, and individuals like myself, Son of a Tech, Max Voltage, Red Panda Mining, and I could go on, and especially Seth from Mind Your Biz, we're trying to educate the community. It just still continued to spread. So I'm sure most of the miners, especially those who are tuned in right now, are aware of what's fact and what's fiction. But a lot of news articles were talking about it's going to fix the fees, it's going to lower the fees, it's going to drop the fees, and that's not 100% accurate. Yeah, it may make it more predictable, it may make it a little bit better, but it's not going to 100% drop the fees. Matter of fact, if we switch over to this view and I bring you guys, you might hear some music come on, or you may not. I guess I don't have music on this one. So let's open up these two windows right here. All right, so in the lower left-hand corner is my system. I don't know why it's there, but we'll leave it. But you can see the gas. Earlier this morning when Red Panda was on, I was seeing over 100 GWE on fees. Not caffeine and crypto, but I gotta have my coffee. So it's leveled out, but I've seen these numbers before, so it hasn't really dropped. I mentioned something to Seb when Tech Shinji and them were online about 18 GWE. I was incorrect about that. He asked what was Flex Pool showing, and I was 100% incorrect. I was looking at the wrong metric. So we've been steadily dropping from anywhere from 100. Actually, let's full screen this. You can see it right here. So 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. 84. And where's the metric over time? I gotta pull it up real quick. What is it? Ethereum gas station. Gas station. So that's what they're paying right now. Average grade price for the last 30 days. So what we want to know is, what does it average out after the last 30 days? How does it pan out over time? Not so much right now, because I mean, with it pumping, with the market pumping right now, especially with Ethereum pumping right now, you know, people are going to be buying and selling and doing all kinds of stuff. And it's unfortunate that over $2,300,000 worth of Ethereum has been burnt already. It makes me very sad to see that, but whatever. If we look at the page back here, the blocks, we could see, you know, Ethermine. Early this morning, Red pointed out that Ethermine was getting like 4 Ether. What was the reward? And then they would burn only X amount. It's supposed to be anything over 2 is supposed to be burned, from my understanding. But there's still quite a few of them here that is getting 2.45 Ether, and then 1.47 was burned. And then you can see the average gas price on these right here. When the gas is super high, I saw an 80 earlier. These are moving way faster than I can keep up with. Still, that's a lot of Ethereum burned. And the hope, I believe, for the market traders and stuff like that is that it's going to make it deflationary and be better kind of ecosystem for Ethereum 2.0 when it comes out in the future. Again, I'm working, so please bear with me. Not dedicated just for you guys. As much as I love you, I can't dedicate straight for you guys. So, how do you guys feel about this? I don't even see anybody in chat. How do we feel about all this money being burnt? All this Ethereum being burnt that could have been used in some other fashion? It's not dropping the fees too much. I mean, the fees were getting better already before the London hard fork, so I don't want anybody contributing that to it. Let me refresh my live stream, because I am not seeing anybody in chat. Maybe nobody wants to talk, which is fine. There it is. There it is. There's everybody. Okay. So Tech Shinji showed up. Thank you for that. High Speed Miner, what's going on? Thank you for joining the X Special Forces. Jeffrey Harrison. Daniel, how you doing? Synet Crypt. Kali. What's up, buddy? Block rewards are higher than they were before EIP. So when you say block rewards are higher than they were before EIP, because that's about average for me. That's about average of what I've seen. I mean, we've seen, what, 4 Ethereum block reward at some point in time in the past. But then before EIP or this London fork, we were seeing it average around this. You know, anywhere from 3.2 to 2 is what I was seeing. But let me know if you saw differently. Now, I will have another video because I've been doing my mining profitability, right? And I do this series of what is the most profitable cryptocurrency. I want to see the impact on that. If Ethereum is still #1 cryptocurrency to mine. Matter of fact, let's go take a look at that. It's still the #1 cryptocurrency to mine right now. But the gap that it had over the next crypto is going to diminish over time. Not right now, not right this second, not right this day, but over time. And then as more people jump off, that should reduce the difficulty a little bit, not a lot, because I know there's a lot of people that are still going to focus on mining Ethereum until ETH 2.0 comes out, which I don't blame them. You want to stack as much sats as possible before Ethereum 2.0 comes out when you can't mine it anymore, and then kind of go from there. But the gap isn't as big. I remember in the past, you know, we see Ethereum mining per day, we average, you know, $32, $35 a day, while the next best thing was averaging $25 a day. There was a much bigger gap, where now it's only like maybe $4 to $6. You're going to hear a lot of dinging and donging in the background. Again, as I mentioned, for those of you who just joined, I am still working. I have a job to do, and I do YouTube on the side. So let's continue on. Any questions? Anonymous Miner, what's going on in here? Just chilling, man. Just chilling. I would take a day or so for stabilize. Johnny, that is 100% correct. Johnny Lucky 7. It would take a day or so for it to stabilize. 100%. Red Pen and Mining jumped in. I hope you got some rest, Red. I know you were up really early. I appreciate you doing that live stream for the community. Johnny Lucky 7 says he doesn't care. He just mines it. Stack them sats. Yeah, so, yeah. I couldn't see the chat for some reason. I don't know what the hell that was about. Sort of anxious to see, just so Jeffrey Harrison says, sort of anxious to see when I need to switch coins, but fine with riding it out until I need to make a change. Well, there's all kinds of good coins that you can support, all kinds of good products that you can jump on. With the Ravencoin hard fork coming up next year, I'm very interested in accumulating more of those assets and more of those coins to see how things pan out. Am I saying it wrong, Red? Are you making fun of me? Oh no, you're talking anonymous. All right. I thought I was saying it wrong. Shinji, please make and explain on idea of ETH in the future. What are your plans with your hardware? Okay, we'll get to that in just a second. Let me finish going through the chat. Martin, honestly, if ETH devs wanted to stop paying us miners, they could have just done that. I don't understand why all this thousands of dollars in ETH need to be burnt. Again, to make it deflationary, or to combat inflation on the ecosystem. But realistically, I think it's just a move for the venture capitalists and the big investors. That's primarily what it's all about, in my personal opinion. All right, so let's see here. Just checking something here. Got my boss talking with one of my colleagues, making sure they don't need me for anything. I'm working. All right, so most of y'all are working just like me right now, so we're all good. We're good. We're all working, and we're on YouTube when we're not supposed to be. Whatever. Well, it's a free country. We can do whatever we want. All right, people thought EIP-1559 would produce fees, is going to, or reduce fees, I think is what he's saying, is going to get a bad surprise. Yeah. So, I mean, the fees are still going to be there. And then you still have these guys that are going to pay higher fees to make sure that their transaction gets completed first. It's just crazy. Yeah, and Ergo is creeping up. If you want right now, because you're impatient and you're going to leave the stream, if you want my top cryptocurrencies to mine besides Ethereum, it's going to be Ravencoin, Ethereum Classic, Ergo, and if you're on Nvidia, Conflux is one. And then one of the Kryptonite GPU type coins, like Equilibra, I'm kind of skeptical on. I did do a video on that, but it has been, staying in the top 10. It did drop off late last month. But, Rio's good, Conceal's good, Swap's good. Now, some of the coins that I really love, like Flux, has fallen out of the top 10, but that doesn't mean you can't support the cryptocurrency and mine to it. Moving on. So Tech Shinji asked, please explain the idea of ETH in the future and what are your plans with the hardware. My ideas for my hardware is to stay and to keep upgrading. So I'm a small miner. I'm an at-home miner. I've always been a small person, and I don't plan on getting super big in any form or fashion, whether it's via YouTube or otherwise. If I do get a secondary location, or transfer one of my children's room because they go to college or whatever into just a dedicated tech spot, then maybe I'll get up to maybe 6 to 8 rigs if I have the electrical to handle it. But I'm keeping my systems. I got one all Nvidia, one all AMD, and I keep swapping out the GPUs as I move forward. As new GPUs come out in the future, which is my biggest concern with LHR and them kind of trying to mitigate the miners, is if GPUs in the future on Nvidia side are going to be LHR and AMD is going to continue this small memory bus of 128 or 192 and really handicapping these cards for mining performance, then really it's only the older gen cards that I'm going to be very interested in, right? So 3060 Ti's, 3070s, 3080s, non-Ti's, RX 5700s, 5700 XTs, 5600 XTs. Those would be the cards that I'm looking for, and I'm still looking for right now to fill up the AMD side. But I'm gonna mine Ethereum Classic. I'm gonna mine Ravencoin. I'm gonna mine Conflux. I'm gonna mine Firo or the MTP algo. I'm gonna mine whatever cryptocurrency I want. And sometimes some of these cryptocurrencies that aren't in the top 10 may not be profitable to mine right now. But who's to say they won't pump in the future when things go crazy? Right, for example, Aeon, right? Aeon had a nice little pump there during the run-up, and you could have made some really good profits. So if you accumulate, let's sort this real quick. Let's sort this sheet by estimated rewards. Let's see here. Where did I do that again? Estimated rewards 24 hours. Calculate. So we can make 4,000, over 4,000 Elysium in 24 hours, or over 3,000 BitTube Cash in 24 hours, or 1,300 Callisto, or 640 Quark Chain, or 600 Swap, or 700 Ryo, or it goes on and on. Now, I wouldn't say every single project is something you need to be taking a look at, but the one that sticks out to me when we sort this way is Ravencoin. Now, this isn't as much as I used to get back in the day. I used to be able to get 500 Raven with just 3 GPUs, and now with 6 3060 Ti's, it's going to take, it only gets me a little bit over 200, maybe close to 300, which is unfortunate. But you can still earn a lot of these cryptocurrencies for that one day when it pumps up and does really good. So you just got to bear that in mind. I know a lot of people focus on these coins trying to stack those sats so that way they can one day get that good payout. So we'll have to see how things pan out. Let's switch back over to this real quick. System monitor. Currently in the bottom left hand corner of your screen, you're seeing my main system, which is a Ryzen 5900X, a ASRock X570 Tachi Razor Edition motherboard, 32 gigabytes, all 4 DIMMs filled with Crucial Ballistics Max RGB memory, 4400 megahertz, a MSI Trio RX 6800 XT, or excuse me, 6800 non-XT, which it doesn't bother me whatsoever because I can push this card really hard. And then you can't see it, but I also have a Enterprise NVMe drive in there because this is also my main Chia plotting machine that I plot to my NAS. If you have any questions, please send it like you did, like TechShinji did, or at me in the live chat. But we aren't going to go on too long with this stream. So averaging right now, we were to look at the average for gas right now, it's still around $5. I think with the most I've seen, me personally, not everybody, I know we've seen higher before, was $10, maybe $15 for a transaction like you were trying to swap something on Uniswap. Right now, what's on screen is going to be refreshing ever so often, so we'll see how things go. We burnt over 910 Ethereum worth $2.5 million. God help us. I agree with Red Panda mining. Fees look worse. Nah. They're not better. They're not worse, but they're not better. So it didn't do anything to the fees. They say it made it more predictable, but that's a catch-22. When the market's pumping and everybody's making trades, the gas price is going to go up. Now, the gas prices are usually very hot. Actually, where is it? We'll talk about this. So gas prices usually are very hot during the weekdays when the traditional markets are open and stuff like that. But they do calm down. Your best time to make a transaction or trade is probably going to be during the evening. Now, that's actually what I was trying to look for. Ethereum gas station, or one of these actually had a way to where we can see like a little chart. Calculator, gas burners. Ooh. I wonder where it is. Real-time gas use, 73. Like it would give you like the best time is what I'm looking for. I forgot what website that was. Yeah, as I mentioned before, Ergo is pretty good. Ethereum average gas price. All right, this is actually pretty good. So September, whoa, is that right? Ouch. So September 17th, 2020, Ethereum gas price hit 538. That's crazy. And as you can see before London, let's take a look here. Before London, it was already dropping down. And it did pick up, Red. It did pick up, right? So 33, 22, 24, 25. Had a little spike here to 73, 25, 23, 26, 16, 30, 32, 47, 35. And then we just started climbing back up right around August 1st. And I mean, it didn't really do anything if we compare it over the past couple of days. Prior to May, we had 298. 298. February 23rd, 373. September 2nd, 2020, 480. So yeah. Get out of here with your free trial. Get out of here. Nobody wants your free trial. So yeah. This is actually a pretty good tool right here. This is what I was looking for. So the gas prices have gone up, and I think one of the reasons the gas prices have gone up is because, you know, leading up to the hard fork, with everybody talking about it and everybody talking about Ethereum primarily, that caused people to want to be like, okay, well, I want to get into Ethereum. I want to buy Ethereum. So we got a lot of buyers buying into Ethereum, you know, for hoping for the long-term profits and to gain or realize those profits in the future. So it's very interesting to see how things turn out. Now, here on this website, CNBC, one of the changes of this London hard fork alters the way transaction fees are calculated, ideally smoothing them out and making them less volatile. Doesn't say reduce, doesn't say drop, doesn't say better. Another change essentially sets the stage for a major transformation of Ethereum that would make it harder for miners to earn money and could eventually make mining irrelevant. I got news for you. Mining's never going to be irrelevant. There's always going to be a project out there to mine. There's always going to be a project out there to mine. Honestly, the disappointing thing with all of this is, you know, all this time before the run-up, before everything, right? You always had to have miners to help secure your network. So we've been securing the network for so long, and then we're treated like trash now. We're the enemy, right? The gamers hate us. The VCs and investors hate us. You know, miners are evil. We're using all this electricity. We're causing more carbon emissions. We're doing this. We're doing that. It's always our fault now. But back in the day, you needed miners on your network because if you didn't have a secure network, nobody was going to participate on it. Nobody was going to build on it. There was going to be no dApps, no this, no that. And lo and behold, now everybody's turned against us. I don't give a damn. I'm going to mine whatever cryptocurrency I want with the hardware that I bought with my hard-earned money. And if you complain about it, that's on you. I don't care. It's my hardware. It's my money. It's my life. I'm going to mine. So, tough. Your best bet in looking for a coin that is going to be profitable to mine, or maybe something that you should be looking into in the future, is to look at a number of metrics. If you haven't tuned into the channel before, what I like to do is I like to look at the coins metrics. For example, let's go ahead and look at Ergo real quick, since so many people are talking about it. I did do a video on how to mine Ergo. I didn't do a full breakdown on what the heck is Ergo. I think Son of a Tech did. If you want to check that out, make sure well, you guys are probably already subbed to him, because the same people that are subbed to him are subbed to me. So I really appreciate Son of a Tech, actually. But Ergo, the chart started in 2017, right? So it's been around. It's been around for quite some time. So that history is good, right? It's just like credit. If you don't have history in your credit, you're not going to be able to, like, your credit score isn't going to be as good. You want to build that history with the community, with the cryptocurrency space. Then I look at the markets. What are the markets? Are they on any exchanges that are very good? If they're on some podunk exchange that I never heard of before, then that gets me kind of worried. It is on pretty good exchanges. Maybe not all the exchanges that I would like to have, but it is on exchanges that are pretty darn solid. Additionally, you want to look at a 24-hour volume. To me, if it's less than 300,000 in 24-hour volume, that's a little bit skeptical, because all it takes is one person to come in there and make a big buy or a big sell order, and that could drop the price significantly. Then I always look at the socials. How are they doing on social media? Now, I have tagged them in social media posts in the past, and I like to keep an eye on things and see how things are going. Savage Mind was also subbed to Ergo, so he was looking into this project, and God bless him and his family. Helpful Crypto Miners also on here, 5 others. So number of our community is on here, including other cryptocurrency projects are following Ergo. That's a good thing. Additionally, how many followers do they have? Okay, they're pretty good, right? They may not be Voss coin, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. But they only have they're only following 185, which doesn't really matter. You care about how many people are following. So it's of interest. The community is good, and they're on social media. How often did they post? All right, there's one for 6 hours. There's one for 6 hours. Qcoin, Ergo is now trading live on Qcoin. Who just said that they weren't on Qcoin? Somebody deleted your post, Guild War. It says Google moderator team. Interesting. I don't think anybody in here can delete posts except for Red and Tech. But anyways, they're posting on a regular basis, and I'm gonna run through what I look at in the first place. So, you look at their overall history, then you look at the markets. Once you identify that they're on a number of good markets, what is their 24-hour trading volume? If it's, you could set the bar wherever you want. I set it at 300,000, but 100,000, whatever, 500,000, 1 mil, whatever it is. But if it's got good 24-hour volume, it's good on a number of good exchanges, it has good history, and they're on social media, those all tick the boxes. Now, the next thing I want to know about a cryptocurrency project is they should be on GitHub. And when we look at GitHub, are they being active? Is there active development on the project? If there is no active development on a project, 9 times out of 10, it will die, right? So what? You got a wallet that's the exact replica or the exact same look as one coin or another, but if you're not developing new stuff or trying to bring some real use cases to your cryptocurrency community, then that's not a good thing. And they're staying somewhat active in their GitHub, which is good to see. That's what we want to see. If you see flat lines like this on all of these various projects or repositories, that's not really a good thing. Where do we see this? Actually, let me show you something real quick. Let's go find out. I used to be a big Z Classic guy. The dev team literally quit, and then I think a new team took it over. You see that? You see how all those lines are straight? There's no new updates. There's no new development being made to this cryptocurrency project. That's not good. When you start to see this, this one coin could pump for another and do really good, but yeah, if it starts to not have any active development, they stop posting on social media, that project's about to die if it hasn't already died. You don't really want to be holding that coin when that happens. You really need to be paying attention to the market. But Ergo looks strong. Ergo looks pretty good. Ravencoin is good. Ravencoin's always been a proponent of the miners and always been in support of the miners. Hence the reason why they changed their algorithm a number of times to kick ASICs off and to make sure that GPU miners have a fair chance. So I like Ravencoin. Conflux rubbed me the wrong way, but they're a good coin to mine. I would say decent. If you gave me a 1 to 10 scale, I would give them a 7. But they're making strides, and they're again on a number of exchanges. They tick all the boxes for me. Firo needs to do better. They're not as good as they once was, but they're still a good strong coin. And Ethereum Classic, with the biggest thing for me, besides what they already done, is to actually take have Charles from Cardano work with them. That was a big thing. So I'm very excited to see what that project offers in the future. But Ethereum Classic, the cool thing about ETC hash being different from ETH hash is that a lot of and I believe Nemesis, Crypto and Hot Rods actually found out that the E3 or the ASIC miner that was mining Ethereum that can no longer mine Ethereum can mine Ethereum Classic. So we should have a lot of those ASICs on Ethereum Classic, which will help secure the network, and there's not a whole lot of them out there. So miners still, I believe, hold the majority on that, but I don't really know because I don't have the exact metrics of ASIC to GPU miners on that system. Let me check something real quick. Bear with me here. I'll switch you guys back over to Coin360. Okay, yeah. All right, I got a game plan for the situation that's brewing at work. So we're good there. We're gonna wrap up things here in a little bit. I'm gonna end at 1 o'clock. We only been live, then that would be like a live stream of 50. Let me check my phone. Somebody's calling. Telemarketers, gotta love it. Love telemarketers. They're everywhere. So yeah, let's see how the burning goes. How is the burn party going? Take another shot. It's too early. Well, it's 12 o'clock somewhere, or 5 o'clock somewhere. Let me check chat, because you guys were going ham there for a second. Ergo's next to ETH. Yep, Red Panda Mining. Alright, you guys are good there. Did Ergo get listed on KuCoin yet? We just saw that post on Twitter. I believe so. Network fee, 123 Gwei, and Ether mine. Well, I go by what's the average. And again, I've seen 100 this morning. So we're bouncing between, 40 Gwei, 50 Gwei, 80 Gwei, 100 Gwei. We're bouncing in this range. So nothing's really changed. They're saying it's more predictable. But I haven't really seen anything too crazy. And as me and Johnny were talking about, or as Johnny mentioned, and I kind of emphasized on, is it's going to take time. All right, so we got to be patient. It's going to take time for the changes to really level off and stabilize. So we'll see how things go. It's just disappointing that we have so much Ethereum being burned. That's what kills me. But I understand why they're doing it. This is a bullish movement for Ethereum as a whole from an investment trader side, but not from a miner side. One of the biggest concerns that Bits Be Trippin' and myself had with this whole fork is the incentive to miners diminishes, or as it diminishes, and people leave the network and move on to other projects. Our concern was security. What's going to happen to the security of the Ethereum network? Right now, actually, let's go take a look at that. What is the network hash rate? Wait, what? Network hash rate. Because, I mean, there's plenty of people that already dropped off. Why are you doing that to me, Y charts? So, yeah. It's already picked back up. And I wouldn't think it would drop down dramatically, only because that the entire time we were having these meetings, we heard that they calculated 10% of it was ASICs, and that we called BS on that. But I'm pretty sure there's a number of ASICs, especially ASICs, still coming online, which is odd to me. Why would you create new ASICs right now when we know ETH 2.0 is coming so close in the future? So the all-time high average daily hash rate was 643,805 terahash, right? Terahash? Oh, that says gigahash. The chart said gigahash. Let's switch over to miningpoolstats.stream. Take a look over here. So 550 terahash right now. Okay, so that's about right. So the all-time high was 640. What did I say earlier? 643 terahash. We dropped down to 41 terahash, and then we came back up to 589 terahash as of today. Averaged that between the two, about 575 terahash as of right now. So the hash rate's fine. The network's secure. That's not a problem right now. But as more and more people jump off, maybe ASICs get shut down, You know, because I'm not sure how the crypto ban in China is going, and that's where most of the ASICs are being developed, produced, and mined on, is in the Asia market. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they moved it. Maybe that's why this dip happened, right? So they reallocated the ASIC machines to the US, to Canada, to whatever country they needed to, and now they're coming back online, bringing that hash rate back up. But it wasn't a significant dip, in my opinion, to be a serious security risk or concern. All right, let's see. Live chat. I don't trust a coin which is not proof of work. Proof of work and local wallet. We're using a hell of a lot of electricity. That's the fact. So, yeah, Sebastian, you got a point. We are using a hell of a lot of electricity. For small farmers like myself, you know, say we have, where you're at home, you got 4 or 5 rigs. You know, you're pulling a significant amount of energy because not only do you need to mine and provide the energy for those miners to mine, but you need to cool. And if your AC is having to run continuously, that does increase the electricity use of your household. So you got to find this nice balance. And at least we need to make it a little bit greener, right? So I would like my house to be on solar, so therefore my house is kind of zero, right? So I'm producing enough electricity to support my miners and maybe a few extra things, but that's it. So I will still have a bill, but at least my miners are not eating up all this energy. Now, if I had a bunch of power walls, then maybe I could have a little bit more. If the sun was out 24/7 because it's been raining a lot, then not 24/7, but if the sun was out mostly during the day, wasn't down a lot of cloud cover and rain, then maybe I have a net positive and won't have a bill. But as of right now, the electric bill is high, and if you times that by how many people are here, and depending on your certain area, right, because not everybody's close to a renewable resources. We just hit 112 Gwei, so we're getting back up to the hundreds on the high. That could just be somebody being stupid because they want their transaction to go in as quickly as possible, so they're paying a lot. But we're still averaging anywhere from 2 to 2.4 Ether as far as rewards. But yeah, as the world moves to more renewable resources and more greener solutions for providing electricity, I think things will get better and mining wouldn't be an issue. Everybody's using the whole electrical use resource as an excuse for why miners shouldn't mine, but to me, it's not. There's ways to mitigate it, and I know a lot of miners who are already on renewable resources and much more efficient than, you know, the at-home user. I know warehouses and big buildings or locations or major mining operations that are on renewable resources or economically feasible with the renewable resources that they have. They may have to, you know, tap into the local electrical grid every once in a while, but nothing too crazy. How about all the major franchises, government buildings, service, etc.? We spend nothing in compared to do what they do. That's true. There's a lot of servers and stuff like that, but we don't know every single server that's out there that's government ran or government owned. I'm a miner, but I can't deny that. What can't you deny? Using a lot of electricity. That's what he's talking about, Sebastian. Whales are responding by moving everything to local wallets. I do agree with that, Guild War. We talk about that in Caffeine and Crypto. You know, while most of the market is in the red, there's a few coins that are pumping up. If we try to draw parallels here, if we look, a lot of the coins that are pumping up are Ethereum tokens or ERC20 tokens. So that's very interesting. So Ethereum has been going up, and we have been hearing a lot of news of whales moving their cryptocurrency off of exchanges and onto a wallet of their choice, a hardware wallet or otherwise that they own the private keys to. Remember, never to keep all your money on your exchange, please. Let's see here. Unique experience. Hello, would you say Ravencoin will reach $1 in the next 2 years? Let's take a look at that. It's a good question. Good question. Thank you for that. Let's see here. Coin market cap. Let's look at Ravencoin. And there's a Ravencoin Classic too, but Ravencoin is the real Ravencoin. All right, let me see something here. No. That's nothing to do with me. So at the peak, we hit 23 cents. That was April 13th, 2021. Ravencoin, if anything, if it was able to get a majority of the network hash rate or the majority of the miners on Ethereum to switch over to them, I do believe that would be bullish momentum for Ravencoin. But Ravencoin's got to continue to develop. Ravencoin's got to continue to be utilized. Like, I don't think people are really understanding the capabilities inside Ravencoin with assets and sub assets, and it's a lot of good things. And then they're dipping into the NFT space as well. So, not financial advice, but I could see Ravencoin definitely reaching $1 by, let's say, 2024. Only because we got to think about the market cap, right? The market cap compared to other coins is low. If that market cap were to increase to the top coins that we're familiar with, then yeah, there should be no reason why Ravencoin wouldn't be $1 or above. It's a community that I support, and it's a community that supports miners, so I can see that being a very positive thing. But at the same time, the venture capitalists and the investors aren't looking for people that support miners. They're looking for projects that are, proof of stake or have some way to earn liquidity or something like that. That's what a lot of the projects are focusing on: proof of stake, liquidity providers, DeFi, stuff like that. So if there's a way to expand in that arena, I really think that would be really good for Ravencoin. So Exothermic 205 asked the top 5 coins to mine. I gave that earlier in the stream, but I'll repeat it again. So Ethereum, but if Ethereum goes away, Ethereum Classic, Ravencoin, Ergo, Firo, and what was the other one? One of the Kryptonite variant coins like Conceal or Ryo. They're not top 5 on this GPU, but when you switch over to AMD, they are. If I missed any questions, you guys didn't tag my name in it, so I may have missed it. Can we trade Ravencoin on Coinbase yet? Johnny, we can't trade Ravencoin yet, and I wish we could. Yeah, I'm not sure with the Google moderator thing that was in there earlier, deleting people's posts. That was really weird. All right, so Ravencoin maybe 2024, late 2023, we'll see over $1. That would be very awesome. What's up, Chili Mining? Thank you for stopping by. Just hanging out, chatting while I'm supposed to be working. Well, I am working technically, but this is what I do. As of right now, work from home. I work for a company, and I deal with anything that hits the fan, that reaches the top brass, the top leadership. I handle it, I mitigate, I make sure that we're moving right. Now, Bitcoin's trying to make a run up here. We're only 0.5%, but we've seen this before. We got to get past the 40K barrier. But what's good is when Bitcoin took a dip, let me actually bring up the trading view thing. When Bitcoin took a dip, Ethereum just kept going. Actually, CoinMarketCap's really good. Look. So, as like Bitcoin took a dip, I guess it's the same metric. It's the same shape. It's just Ethereum's pumping harder today, or late yesterday to today, than Bitcoin is. But you can see right here in this middle section, I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, there's a little hump. And when Bitcoin was going down, Ethereum was trying to pump. So, and I think that's again because of the bullish news regarding the London fork. A lot of investors are very happy with this fork, even though they misunderstand what was its true intent. Maybe some of them do. Wow, 131 Gwei now. So yeah, fees are not cheaper. It may have leveled it off. It may have made it a little bit more predictable. I don't know how that's predictable, jumping from 80 to 130, but whatever. But it did not reduce fees. There are some other benefits, and as we mentioned earlier in the stream, if you missed it, it's going to take time for things to stabilize. Currently, as of right now, before we get ready to end the stream here in 5 minutes, we're getting close to $3 million worth of Ethereum burnt. Sad day. Sad day. Sad day. Richard Todd, thank you. Appreciate the donation. $4.99. I really appreciate that. And I thank everybody who supports the channel by clicking any of the links down below, the affiliate links, as well as signing up to join the X Special Forces, or just showing up to the stream, liking, at me on Twitter when something major's happen. I appreciate all of that. So any of you that help support my little channel, I can't thank you enough. I'm just an average guy at home. Oh, 4.1 Ether. 4.18 Ether reward, 2.277 burnt. So 51% of that was burnt. That's not as much as the other ones. 81, 78, 74. Anyways, yeah, so if you're new to the channel, my name is Vega, Serpent X Special Forces. I don't just focus on cryptocurrency. I do focus on some tech stuff. I got a tech review coming up here in a little bit. Really got my boots warm back in 2012, but I really didn't start pumping out content until 2016, 2017. I'm a gamer, overclocker, techie, and crypto miner all in one, and just an average Joe just like you. We have somebody from Russia. What do you think about Ergo? Ergo, as we mentioned earlier, I think it's a very solid project. We looked at some of the metrics. The metrics that I look at when it comes to a project is that market cap, or excuse me, it's 24-hour volume, it's market cap, how long has it been around, right? So it's history, and I likened it to like credit history, right? If you have low credit history, then your credit score is going to be lower. If you have a long credit history, your credit score is going to be higher, or it could be beneficial. So it has a decent history. It's been around since 2017. It's on a number of exchanges or markets that I like. And as well, they stay social, they stay up to date. And then you always want to check their GitHub. If you always go to a cryptocurrency's website and you find their GitHub link, you want to look at the activity from the devs. You want the devs to continue to develop and improve. If it's like Z Classic, where it's just a flat line like this one right here, not good. Now, flat lines usually mean that that repository, that project, or that development of that particular thing is done. But when they're all flat lines, that's no bueno. That's not good. That means nobody is innovating. Nobody is trying to improve. But yeah, Ergo's pretty solid. Any last minute questions before we get ready to get out of here? The fee Ethermine network is at 135 Gwei at the moment. Damn. More than $10 to collect money. That's crazy. So it's going to be different than what we see on Etherscan. Etherscan is going to average it throughout the various exchanges and swap programs, stuff like that. But yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Can you advise about the fee on Ethermine? Is it the same in Ponderpool? I mean, each pool is going to be different, but they should be about the same. I never heard of Ponderpool. Hang on. Ponderpool. Hang on. Am I spelling this wrong? Yeah, Pother. Yeah, I'm not sure. You may have got a typo in there, or I'm missing out on something, but it should be about the same. It should be about the same. But yeah, if Ethermine is up higher compared to others, because you gotta look, man. Look at the pool names right here: Hivon, Sparkpool, F2 Pool, Ethermine. And some of these things that are just addresses and don't have a name like Ethermine, that could be one of the pools. That very well could be one of the pools. Because these pools, they still have MEV. I hope you know that. They still have MEV, and they're still going to have a way to do some stuff, some trickery, some changes. And that's why Ethermine, and I think a number of pools are going to start doing this. Instead of you, and let's get ready to wrap up here, so I got to get going. Instead of the pool paying the fee for you to get your payment, now you're going to be charged the fee to send you your payment out of your earnings, which sucks. It shouldn't be much, but in the past, instead, Ethermine would eat the cost. But the problem is, with MEV, Ethermine wasn't eating much cost. It could send its payments out to a lot of the miners and pay little, if anything, to send that transaction. Now, with the burning and everything, I believe Ethermine's changed it up, and they're making us pay to receive our own money, which sucks. But that's something very important that I can't go into great detail because I'm not 100% educated in it. But if I can get some more information on it, great. But I think we heard about it from Son of a Tech and a number of others in the space. So if you haven't checked it, holy crap, 423 Gwei? Guys, what the hell just happened? Who the hell just spent so much money? Look at this. 162, but I just saw 423 at the high end. Average 223, 128. What is going on? I mean, the pump's still around the same area. What? I'm confused. So we need to keep an eye on this. We need to keep an eye on this. All those people telling you about it made fees cheaper and stuff like that, they're wrong. It did not do that. It's supposed to make it more stable. 501 on the high end, 238 on the average. This is nuts. So keep an eye on this. It's going to take time to stabilize. It's going to take time for things to kind of settle. So be patient, but keep an eye on this. This is very interesting. Very interesting to me. Hive on Pool hasn't changed their payout rules. Interesting. If you are mining Ethereum to a pool, make sure you stay up to date on what's going on with that. Because if if they're charging you to send your own money, and you get paid, you get 0.1 ETH in a payout, but then when you actually get it, you're getting like 0.098 or something like that. That's a significant amount to be paying. I'm not saying that's what will happen. I'm just saying you need to be paying attention to it. Don't just set it and forget it. Don't just be mining Ethereum and not check it for months. Keep an eye on things. Keep an eye on the market. Keep in mind the gas. Keep an eye on what's going on. If you already switched to Ravencoin, Ethereum Classic, Ergo, whatever, great. You don't have nothing to worry about. But we'll see how things pan out. But that's going to do it for me today. Sorry to kind of say I was going to end and then dip back in. But that 423 Gwei, 501 Gwei at the high end was crazy. So the lowest is 285 right now. All right, please do me a favor on the way out. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. If any of you are from outside North America, I really appreciate you stopping by no matter what time it is where you're at. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your patience. And feel free to check out the channel anytime. You have yourself a wonderful day. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to check out the links down in the description below to help out the channel. Appreciate it.